Now I take up the second chapter in physiology, that is digestion. So digestion, one of the physiological processes. There are a number of physiological processes occur in our body. So digestion is one of them. And what is digestion? Digestion is nothing but a physiological process in which complex insoluble substances are converted into simple soluble substances. Complex insoluble substances means when we food taken into the mouth, that is in the form of complex, that is in complex form, and when it is taken, when it is ingested, swallowed, so that is to be converted into simpler form. Then only it is to be observed. So here digestion is a physiological process in which complex insoluble substances are converted into simple soluble substances. So the process of conversion of complex insoluble. So earlier the food is in complex form and insoluble form and converted into simple form as well as absorbable form. So that process is called as digestion. And digestion involves the physical and chemical breaking down of insoluble substances into simple soluble substances. Just it is a physical process, physical and chemical breaking down of insoluble substances into soluble substances. Okay, so generally the main nutrients converted into simple ones. So generally carbohydrates are converted into glucose, proteins are converted into amino acids, lipids are converted into fatty acids. So these are the main nutrients. So converted to the next part, next form. So carbohydrates converted into glucose, proteins are converted into amino acids, lipids are converted into fatty acids as well as triglycerides. Okay, this is how the complex form of substances are converted into simple forms. So that is called the digestion. So generally, digestion of two types. They are intracellular digestion and extracellular digestion. What is meant by intracellular digestion? So intracellular digestion occurs inside the cell. Inside the cell means digestion occurs within the cell or inside the cell. So that type of digestion is called intracellular digestion, and that is related to the sluggish or the macrophagous feeding. Related to sluggish or macrophagous feeding. So the organisms which mainly feed on the microparticles. So generally protozoans, sponges, coelacanths. So these mainly feed on the small particles. Small particles. In such organisms we can see intracellular digestion. So generally unicellular organisms or single cellular organisms, so we can see the intracellular digestion. So that is by the phagocytosis. So in organisms where intracellular digestion takes place, so that is by phagocytosis. So here we have phagosomes, phagosomes which enclose the food material and the fuse with the lysosomes. Fuse with the lysosomes and food is digested. So this is how the food is digested in unicellular organisms, particularly the protozoans, sponges and as well as coelacanths. Okay, in these organisms we can see intracellular digestion or the digestion takes place within the cell. Within the cell. Okay, that is related to sluggish or macrophagous. Okay. So generally the organisms like protozoa, sponges, coelacanths, we can see intracellular digestion. So next second one is extracellular digestion. Extracellular digestion. It is also called intercellular digestion. Extracellular digestion or intercellular digestion. Here, digestion occurs outside the cell or between the cells. Outside the cell or between the cells. So that this type of digestion takes place inside the stomach. Inside the stomach. So particularly lumen of the stomach. In the lumen of the stomach, this type of digestion takes place. That is extracellular digestion. And here, so this type of digestion takes place in animals having the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is a digestive tract or a straight tube extends from mouth to anus. So that is called alimentary canal. So this is commonly seen in all higher animals. Okay, particularly multicellular animals. So the animals in where we have this alimentary canal, where we can see the extracellular digestion or intercellular digestion. Intercellular digestion. Digestion takes place outside the cell or between the cells. So this type of digestion is called extracellular digestion. And the next, digestion involves two processes. Digestion involves two processes. Has first one is mechanical digestion and second one is chemical digestion. So these are the two processes of the digestion. So first let me take mechanical digestion. So here when the food is taken into the mouth, okay, when it is swallowed and it is taken, it passes through the alimentary canal. When the food is taken into the mouth, then it passes into the alimentary canal, where the food is given chemical treatment. Okay, so that type of digestion is called mechanical digestion. Mechanical digestion is the food is given with mechanical treatment. Mechanical treatment in the alimentary canal. Even in the mouth and as well as in the alimentary canal, the food is given mechanical treatment. So that type of digestion is called mechanical digestion or mechanical process of digestion. So here in mechanical digestion, so larger particles are converted into smaller particles because of the mechanical treatment to the food. So larger particles are converted into smaller particles. Okay. So here mechanical digestion involves movement of alimentary canal. So mechanical digestion involves the movement of alimentary canal. Alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is nothing but a straight tube or a digestive tract which extends from mouth to anus. So that is alimentary canal. Okay. So here mechanical digestion involves the movements of alimentary canal. That includes the mastication. Mastication nothing but the chewing the food material. Chewing the food material. So when the food is taken into the buccal cavity is nothing but the mouth. The food is taken into the buccal cavity or mouth, the chewing of food is called the mastication. So after mastication, the food is swallowed. So the process of swallowing the food material is called the deglutition. So deglutition is the process of swallowing the food. Okay, into the next part of the alimentary canal. So that is deglutition. Next is the gastric motility. So gastric motility is nothing but the movement of the stomach. Gastric motility is nothing but movement. Gastric motility, the movement of the stomach. So next is the motility of the small intestine. Motility, movement of the small intestine. So there are number of movements occur in the small intestine. So next, motility of the large intestine. So small intestine is followed by the large intestine, and in large intestine there are number of movements. Okay. So here also the food is treated with some movements of the large intestine. So after that, so defecation. So defecation is nothing but excretion or expulsion of the digested food, that is called fecus or waste. It is excreted out of the body. So that process is called as defecation. So these are all the different phases so that are involved in the mechanical digestion. So mechanical digestion is nothing but the food is given the mechanical treatment. So that is called mechanical digestion. Okay. In the next class, let's discuss about the chemical. Means the detail about the mechanical digestion.